You know, imagine what they was getting themselves into. It was pissing the Most High off. And the Lord had to take away from their immortality. You know? They was corrupting themselves in those practices, man. You know, Jay get heavy into idol worship, dealing with these other nations.
Yeah.
Right. And I was gonna make a quick correlation. If that happened to the wisest king, King Solomon, by marrying other women, how much would that be easy to happen to our whole nation, let alone to the sons of God in those earlier times, when we hadn't seen the miracles, or all of the miracles, you know, at that point, of Egypt and of Sodom and Gomorrah and all those other times, and all those battles that our nation fought. Hit that right quick, then we go right back. I just want to make the correlation between how a woman of another nation can make you go into her gods.
1 Kings 11 and starting at 3, and he said, and he had 700 wives, princesses, and 300 concubines, and his wives turned away his heart.
Yep.
For it came to pass when Solomon was old that his wives turned away his heart after other gods, and his heart was not perfect with Yahweh his power, and was the heart of David as was the heart of David his father.
The two greatest figures that were not directly Yahushua in our nation. Okay, it's hard to say it, but you know, they weren't in Solomon wasn't in his incarnation of Yahushua, but he was imperfect as Solomon. Okay, yeah. And David before him was imperfect. Even though he was a man after the Most High's heart, he was still imperfect before the Most High. So how much more the sons of God?
Okay. They both fell by the way of a woman.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Which going back to the Adam, he fell by a woman.
Exactly. Which we know the more incarnations matter, man. Which in Esdras, we were warned not to allow our children to marry with the children of the other nations for the same exact thing. But now look where we're at now. Yeah. We're all the way down the rabbit hole in this thing with it now.
Yeah, nothing good happens when you let your woman lead.
Yep.
And make spiritual decisions.
That's right.
I got something real quick on King Solomon correlation. I was trying Hebrews 7 and 27. Yep. Who needeth not daily as those high priests to offer up sacrifice for his own sins. Yep. And then for the people.
It's talking about the man that walked without sin. So what sins are they talking about? They're talking about his sins in his previous life, as King Solomon.
And
those sins that we're speaking of. And as Adam. Right.
For his own sins and then for the people. So the Israelites didn't let him. For this he did once when he offered himself.
And the only person that offered himself was Yahushua. When he offered himself on behalf of the whole nation and on behalf of his own sins. But then the prophecy say that he would die. I'm trying to think how to put it. Is that the one? Where it said
talking about in 2 Samuel, where it said that he would be visited with the stripes of men.
That's the one. Yeah. That's the one. Yeah.
If he sins,
yep. Yeah, it was the prophecy of Yahushua. Yeah. Right.
2 Samuel 6? 7.
Yeah, exactly right. So this is all correlating, and you got to see it on a higher level how it comes down. As is the king, so are the people, right? Well, as is our leaders had been, the so way is our people. And in the kingdom of heaven, as is our leader, our head, Yahushua will be, so will we be. But we're not there yet, man. We got a lot to pay for before we get to that point. All right? So you go back to your point.
It says, I'll read verse 7 again. It says, so the Lord said, I will destroy, annihilate mankind, whom I have created from the surface of the earth. Not only man, but the animals, the crawling things, and the birds of the air, because it deeply grieves me to see mankind sin, and I regret that I have made them. But Noah found favor and grace in the eyes of the Lord. These are the records of the generations, family history of Noah. Noah was a righteous man, one who was just and had right standing with the Most High God, blameless in his evil generation.
Yep.
Noah.
Reminds you of Lot. One of them, the few that could that had to look at all the wickedness, but can make it out of all of that.
Yeah.
Same with Abraham too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
His father and his brother were all idolaters.
Yep.
That's why the Most High had to remove him.
Yeah, he took him
Yeah.
from all his
Yeah,
riches and
all
he
his- yeah.
wandered off.
It says, now Noah became the father of the three sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. The population of the earth was corrupt, absolutely depraved, spiritually and morally putrid. And putrid,
Yeah.
it means to decay, rot, emitting a fetid smell, decomposing, rotting, decayed,
Somebody get
rancid,
Isaiah 1.
foul, moldy,
Yep.
yeah,
Showing the
unpleasant,
condition.
repulsive.
And this is the current condition of our people. He's describing the current condition of our people.
I mean, this is describing what they were back then. But how much more now?
Right.
It tells you that in Jeremiah that they become a degenerate plant.
When I was thinking how things become legal with age, that they become apocryphal. Yeah, I don't think mine was fully charged.
Like Jake don't have any moral ethics or code to themselves.
You said, how do you know? Listen to the music.
Yeah.
And then look at the streets. Either imitating art or art imitating life. One of the two. But you see it in our people, in our music. That one either. That one good.
It's more of a chance that a Jake will die by the hands of another Jake before a person of another nation.
Right.
Yeah.
I wonder what that's probably like 10 times at least.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10 more than likely.
Yeah.
You see how unmerciful our people are.
Yeah.
When Jake goes out and hit licks, go and commit burglary, rob motherfuckers, it's usually on their own people, man. This is one of the reasons why the Lord has a controversy with Zion.
And they go to the people that ain't got shit. They don't go to the people that got, the Edomite neighborhoods, the Gook neighborhoods. They go right there in their own neighborhoods where Jake ain't got shit in their house. You know what I mean? A TV, some Jordans,
They might have
a chain.
Xbox.
When they do rob an Edomite, or if they went after Edomites, Esau would come after Jake with a sword like vengeance.
Yeah. Like he's out there mass murderers for
So
robbery.
they're like forced to rob each other. They're like crabs in the barrel, man.
Probably ain't gonna be that bad.
It's easier to just rob somebody that looks like you than to rob a freaking Chinese person.
Well, that's in the spirit. Look at Genesis. It said basically, Cain.
Yeah.
Cain.
Yep. You touch Cain.
Somebody touched Cain to put vengeance on Cain. It would be, 100 or 200 with 2-fold or something like that?
Yeah.
Coming back on you?
Yep.
Yeah.
And that shows you that this man is that same spirit with that same covenant, so to speak, still working in the earth. That covenant's being lifted, man. That he made with Cain.
But Jake's not even smart enough to realize that they're being led to a snare. This place is just nothing but snares for you. They want you to rob your people. They want you to rob and kill each other. They want you to sell drugs to each other. You're not smart enough to understand that it's a trap. And say, hold up, nah, we're not gonna fall for that. No, you still continue to do it.
Hey, whose podcast was that I was on talking about? Was it somebody else who was just on? And he was talking about that prison industrial complex.
Yeah.
I can't remember whose show that was.
Yeah.
But he was just talking about that, showing you that was something real in the music. And it's pretty much when he left NWA, he still talked about the gangster shit, but he had also another message of being better, of Jake being better in his music as well, ever since.
Yeah.
And he always seemed to be the smart one.
He called E out in some of his songs. He knew Esau was evil, basically.
Yeah.
Like a white man.
Shit, he had it firsthand with Jerry Heller.
Yeah.
He had it with Amalek.
Yeah. The top of
Yeah.
the totem pole with him.
So
With Bill Maher.
And Bill Maher.
Yeah, he put that devil on blast.
Yeah. Yeah. you gotta have that know and that understanding of who's who in the world. I'm not saying follow IQ. I'm simply saying if you don't know the basics, if you're not out the side of crime, this ain't for you. And you just gonna catch the judgment of what the wicked in the earth will do. Because that means that's why your mind ain't in tune with it, because you're too in tune with wickedness.
Mm-hmm.
That was it on that on the Amplified version?
No, that's more.
Yeah, you got it.
It says, the population of the earth was corrupt, absolutely depraved, spiritually and morally putrid. I think about how the demoralization of people leaving from getting away from religion. The fact that people just don't care anymore.
Yeah, they don't believe in nothing.
They don't believe in nothing. They don't stand for nothing. They're pretty much on some, man, let's just let's just be free and liberal and do whatever we feel. Love what we want to love, and let's not judge each other. That people are just getting to that point. They don't believe in a higher power. Their moral compass is completely diminished.
And mainly, fuck the heathens. It's our people.
Yeah,
Our people.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah, our people is the ones that supposed to believe and have know who their higher power is, and that he exists and that he's with us. The heathens.
His compass of
Yeah,
morality.
yeah.
Our people are the ones going far left.
Yeah, they the ones that's the furthest.
Yep.
They really dive head first into all of that
Now,
shit that you were just naming.
This man that don't have a head in that with Willie Lynch and the slavery times and the plantation and all of that. He did have a hand in this stuff, but now that we ain't directly on the chain and you got access to libraries, books, and the internet, come on now. We still doing that? We can read. We still, you know what I'm saying? They killed us for reading the Bible. Now we can read it freely and we just don't want to.
Yeah.
All right? So everything that we're into is corrupted, but we don't even try to seek out the truth. You got it, bro.
It says, in the Most High's sight, and the land was filled with violence, desecration, infringement, outrage, assault, and lust for power. The Most High looked on the earth and saw how debased and degenerate it was. For all humanity had corrupted their way on the earth and lost their true direction.
Yeah. Lost our true direction. So the prophets are here I'm not going to say get it, but Isaiah 58 chapter, showing us the direction that we should be moving in. Okay, show the house of Israel their transgressions and Jacob their sins. But we won't walk in that way. Okay, Ezekiel also said a similar thing, that we got to call our people out. And then when they can't, but don't be dismayed when their heads are hard against ours. Okay, don't be dismayed if they won't do it. Okay, so we're not upset that you won't do it, because we know there's a judgment to come. All right, but you will know that there have been a prophet among you when it comes down, when the judgment comes down. You're gonna wish you had made different decisions later. All that that our people are into now, trying to chasing the bag, chasing the broad, drugged out. Wickedness is at the forefront of their mind, how to get over on somebody. You're going to wish you made other decisions, but at the end of the day, you're going to have to stand with that. You're going to have to stand up. Matter of fact, yeah, that was it, right? Hit that in Isaiah 66 real quick, and then you can go with your other research with that.
15, right?
Yeah.
And, Isaiah 66 and 15 says, "For behold, the Lord Yahweh will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind."
That's the difference between the time of Noah and the time of now. There will come the judgment that's coming. That's like a Noah event. Okay, to cleanse the earth. This time he's going to do it with fire. Okay, he just doesn't have to only save 8 souls this time. Now he can save a healthy remnant of the people off the earth.
144,000, 1/3.
Yep, of our people. But then there'll be a remnant of the heathen as well that'll still be around to get to work. All right, you got it, bro.
And with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire.
So like it's showing you that there's prophecy even in this verse of the chariots. Okay? They're right here showing you the time of this judgment is also the time that these chariots are going to be right here like the whirlwind. Okay, and there will be a great time of confusion, which is